Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. And it is time to take a look at our boy Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We of course are going to look at our boy without dupes right here. And of course you guys know I don't like to use like equipment and link level 10 and stuff like that for these 55% videos. Because again, I feel like the best way to do this is to sort of like, again, like I always view these no dupe videos as like a global player looking at this like, oh, should I summon for this unit? How good are they going to be without dupes? Now, before we jump in, I imagine this Gogeta is going to be one of the top like free dupe units in the game because he's super effective against all types right away for 8 turns. So that's going to make him really, really valuable. So let me level him up and let's get going. Let's test out this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Real quick before we hop in, of course, we have got to also apply a sticker to our boy Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and go ahead and take a look at how good this will look. I think it looks fine. Yeah, that looks really good. A lot of times when these characters have these sort of like swirling effects, it looks strong, and then his aura looks good. I actually think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has one of the better looking ones right there. That's a very good effect. I like that a lot. Yeah, I do. I think that looks very good. Alright, so we are starting out on the Great Ape Power / Shadow Dragon Saga team. I might just like look at the team real quick. It's definitely got a lot of potential, but there's still a lot more that needs to be added. You know, for it to be a double category team, it is a very, very small, again, because it's 2 very small categories added together, right? Like, honestly, it doesn't make that much sense why Gogeta is not 170% the Shadow Dragon Saga, right? Alright, so this friend Gogeta, let me see what kind of... No equipment, and a couple of Link leveled up a little bit. Okay, so this is still a good look at him. What's his defense? 100k right there? I mean, that's... Okay, so that's 55%. He's at 100k defense. So, after he super attacks, he's gonna jump up to about 150k defense. I think that's pretty good. So, let's go ahead and see our boy Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in action here. Now, wow, we did not get it. Okay, this is the reason why I may have Gohan as the best TUR. Okay. Wow, alright. Now, he did a 2.84 million attack set right there, right? Which, after the Link level update, people are used to much higher numbers and stuff like that. But you have to remember, that's super effective against all types. 2.8 million attacks that he did without dupes. Already, after that one attack, this Gogeta looks like a very, very formidable 55% unit. Again, I would argue this Gogeta is probably one of the better units in the game without dupes, because of how much damage and how strong he's going to be able to be, without even really needing dupes because of that super effective against all types. Alright, so Super Saiyan GT, Fierce Battle, and Kamehameha is what we're going to have active with Super Saiyan 4 Goku right here. I mean, that's one of the things about this team, right, is it is going to be fairly easy to consistently have a lot of these Super Saiyan 4s link very well. Don't forget that the GT link is now one of the stronger links in the game. Does my Goku have... Perfect. Okay, so my Goku has level 10 GT, so I can just show this off. GT becomes one of the stronger links in the game, considering how good a lot of the characters are on this team, and for it to be 2 key and 10% attack and defense, you know, like in particular on this team, you know, we have Baby basically added to the Shadow Dragon Saga team, sort of, right? Like, I mean, this is probably closer to a GT category. See, a lot of people want that GT category team, and I'm telling y'all flat out, it's just not going to happen because it invalidates the Shadow Dragon Saga. Like, they're not going to do that. Like, I know that there are sort of like... did he get it? That was the 5... the free... Okay, so far, I've had 3 super attacks targeted against Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta while I've used him, and he's not dodged any of the 3 super attacks that have been targeted at him. This is why I think I probably am going to have Gohan still as the #1 TUR. Like, I know Gohan, you know, is certainly not going to come out turn 1 and do damage like this Gogeta. No way. But, like, I'm telling y'all, it's a big difference. That set... Okay, so Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has the 70% chance, right, to dodge and counter supers. Now it drops down to a 50% chance is what the INT Gogeta has. it's just not as good, man. Man, that's a bummer. I wish they'd left it as a great chance. I really do. Like, because this is now, again, 3, maybe, you know, I could just be getting unlucky, obviously. I mean, it's a 50% chance, it's a coin flip. But still, like, this is 3 super attacks in a row, and we're not getting this super attack counter with Gogeta, because that's what makes him, like, truly transcendent, I think, is that, you know, you'll go into Super Battle Road, which I consider far and away the most, like, that's the true difficult content that the game has to offer, is, like, extreme Super Battle Road and stuff like that, right? So you go into those stages, and, like, you know, you take super attacks, you're going to take 300k, 400k, 500k. Like, you know, when I was doing no item runs, I had in one of those videos, I showed it, right? Where it's just like, okay, here we go. You know, I entered into the 3rd fight, and literally the first attack was a super attack that did 500k damage, and my team doesn't even have 500k HP at the time, right? So it's just like an auto death. Like, Gogeta with that super attack counter is just, like, so valuable. Like, it's such a strong ability, but they nerfed that part of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He's still got a 50% chance, which is very good, but it's not quite as good as we've seen in the past with the Tech 1. Because, I mean, so now, basically what this Gogeta becomes is he's just, I mean, again, what people, the caveman unit thing, right? Like, he's very similar to LR Jiren. It's just kind of like, he comes out here, and he's just very, very strong, and that's going to be it. Don't forget, he does also have this active skill, which we're just never getting, because in order for his active skill to happen, he has to be hit 4 times, and we're just, like, not getting this ever, because, like, with these units, with Jiren, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, stuff like that, it's not that easy. Like, we blow through these events so fast, it's not that easy to take that many hits, right? And then, like, we've already had the 5 dodge kick into play a couple of times as well. Plus the super attack counter, which I'm getting really bad luck with, you know, showing off the super attack counter right now, but it's not always going to be like that, right? Like, you know, we're going to be able to get it for sure. That active skill of his is going to be, like, that's going to be very good. Again, Super Battle Road, 4 attacks. You know, you could pretty easily, of course, Vegeta gets the counter. Nice. Thanks. Vegeta, by the way, has a 30% chance. Gogeta is at 50, right? But, you know, in Super Battle Road, it's very plausible that you'll get hit 4 times turn 1, then maybe, you know, you come back Gogeta on turn 3, and you'll be able to activate the ability, you know, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and, you know, now the enemy has their attack debuffed by 40%. Gogeta gets another 40% attack and defense is going to be very, very powerful. Yeah, so are we going to go through this without using his ability? It looks like it. Let's go ahead and take a look at what links we have active right there. What is that? Super Saiyan, Shocking Speed, GT, and Fierce Battle is what he has active. So, I mean, the Super Saiyan 4s are definitely looking pretty good together. Obviously, Great Ape Tor is a decent support, as well as that GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Do you want to potentially super attack? There we go. We got it. Nice. Okay. Let's see how much damage we do right here. I love that. And again, speaking of Jiren, that's one of, like, the infamous Jiren moves, right? Is he kind of, like, his eyeballs light up and then he hits the opponent like 50 times with his eyes or whatever. So, like, I love the comparisons with the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Jiren. They're all over the place, man. They're all there. That was pretty good. I mean, if we don't finish Gogeta off right here, I think we will be able to get the active skill with the other one on the other rotation. So that will be good. So Gogeta. Can we get the active skill? We can. Okay, perfect. So see what his defense is right here. Okay, we probably want to go like this. That will get us a little bit better in terms of links and stuff like that. 104k. Let's go ahead and pop the active skill for Gogeta. Actually, no. I'm going to want Gogeta in slot 1 to potentially get another super attack counter. And again, you know, he is a little bit boring. I guess there's really, outside of him potentially dodging supers, I guess there's really not that much to say, right? It's just like, you know, this boy is going to dodge super attacks sometimes and do a lot of damage. And, you know, keep in mind that he is super effective against all types while we're going through, right? Like, it's, I guess he is pretty basic in that manner. But, I mean, this is 55%, and he is certainly holding his, I mean, so 3.87 right there he does. Free dupe, right? And he's super effective against all types, so that's like well over a 5 million attack stat. So, I mean, that's because, again, the super effective against all types is what, a 1.5 times multiplier to the attack stat to, like, sort of get, like, the true gauge of how much damage they're doing. So, I mean, listen, this Gogeta's good. But I might still be Team Gohan. I might. I think I am. I think I'm Team Gohan even still. Oh, a lot of level ups. We'll take it. Alright, so now we are on the Fusion team. Let's see how our boy Gogeta does. What is that? 85k defense. I mean, that's pretty good. Again, this is 55%, plus he does get the 50% defensive increase. The only thing is, again, if that super attack counter is not going to kick in, Also, this is going to be a good example of a turn right here of why Gogeta is so good, even at free dupe compared to a lot of the other units in the game, is because, you know, int units, Gogeta's free dupe ability is just the dodge. But he's still going to be super effective against all types because that passive is ridiculous, right? And still a 2.4, like that's 2.43 right there without support. Like, that's just Gogeta doing that damage right there. Like, he is definitely, like, look at this. Like, he's way higher than the AGL blue Gogeta. I mean, my blue Gogeta is at, I think his links are in like the 4 and 5 range too. So his links are more leveled up than the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and he's rainbowed. Like, that's crazy right there. All right, I guess we'll just keep going here. This is I mean, I feel like the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they're like, when people say he's boring, it's like, yeah, like I do understand sort of that thought, because there's just not a lot to sort of talk about with this guy. Like, it's literally just, he comes out, he has his 240% attack and defense, he's super effective against all types, and that's pretty much it. Like, he doesn't really do that much. It's just, you know, I'm gonna want to, again, give this guy a good amount of time and sort of see how well that super attack counter ability of his actually is going to be. Okay, so this is good right here. So we can go ahead and activate his active skill again, which will give us extra little boosts and all that. Now, Pandel is actually a pretty good linking partner with this Gogeta for a team like this, because we can get a lot of his links active. But obviously, we are going to want Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in the first slot right here. So let's go ahead and pop this right here. This will give us the extra damage, the extra defense. This also does lower all enemies' attack and defense by 40%. Again, a very powerful ability for Super Battle Road. Alright, defense is up to 119k. Alright. So, yeah, what's this Gogeta's links, by the way? Yeah, like 4s, 5s, 6. Okay, in that range. It's impressive to see the new Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta just out-damage that AGL Gogeta by such a wide margin, right? Like, fairly impressive right there. Alright, we got Super It again, and he did not counter again. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely just getting bad luck, mostly. Like, it's just not good luck happening right now, for sure. But, oh, boy, it's a far cry from when Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta came out, and it's like, can this guy even be hit by super attacks? It's like it felt like he couldn't, whereas this guy, it's like, does Gogeta counter? Are we sure he has that counter ability? I don't know. I don't know if he can counter or not. Alright, so now we're over here on the final trump card team. Let's see if our boy Gogeta wants to get some super attack counters this time. I do really enjoy the makeup of this final trump card team now at this point. I mean, all of these strong fusions on here, you have all of the different, like, support type options you're going to want, right? You know, you have a lot of good EZA units. You can get, like, Spirit Bomb Goku. You have all these Kaioken Gokus, right? Like, eventually, Kaioken Goku from the Saiyan Saga, I think, is going to get a Dokkan Fest, and that's going to be a very, very big, like, power buff or power boost for this final trump card team. So that's just going to be very good overall for this team, right? And especially, like, you know, we have so many different characters over in a Flash and Shocking Speed and Fuse Fighter, right? All on this final trump card team. So Gogeta is going to look really, really good on this team and just in general, right? So, yeah, I mean, going through so far, again, I just, like, it's not a lot to talk about with Gogeta. Like, it's just like, yeah, that boy comes out and he hits hard. That's it. You know, the monkey got big attack, big defense, and he's done. So, the comparisons to Jiren, I would say, are definitely very correct, very on the money. I would say this, to me, he feels like one of the more impressive free dupe units as well, because the super effective against all types means he's not going to get slowed down by type disadvantage like most other free dupe units are. He does have the super attack counter. Now, I am just getting very unlucky with my use of him, right? Like, again, it's a coin flip. I feel like a high chance you do see that activate very, very often. So, we're just getting a little bit unlucky in terms of actually seeing Gogeta get the super attack counter right now. Nice, serious over 100k defense. Yeah, I mean, his defense is good, attack is insane, and this is just him without dupes. So I'm very eager to get him rainbowed, get his links leveled up. I mean, because my links, I've got like 2 links at like level 2. Everything else is level 1. So like this is Gogeta like completely just, okay, well, he didn't do a lot of damage there. That's where crits can be good, is on that super attack counter. Yeah, so I've complained, this Android 13, right, has a lot of defense. And, like, when people say, like, oh, you know, the Vegito counter units are so crazy and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, they can be. But, again, if you're not getting crits on those counters, even a DOKKANFEST boss, like this Android 13, can slow you down and stop you from really doing a lot of damage on those counters, right? But that was pretty good. I mean, Gogeta is a very impressive unit. The numbers he puts up at free dupe are insane. And, again, the fact that he's not going to be really held back by type disadvantage. The super attack counter, we didn't really do a lot of damage right there, but what we did do was prevent damage from being sustained, right? That's why, like, those super attack counters are so busted, because you go from taking, you know, 400k damage in Super Battle Road to dishing out like 1,000,000 damage on Gogeta's counter. So there is a lot to love about this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta unit. There's no doubt about that, right? And there's a couple more link level ups. Sure, we'll take it. Alright, so this is Unrivaled Superpower, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. His leader skill is the Giant 8 Power or Grade 8 Power category key 3 and 170% of stats. I mean, that's significant, right? Because all those Super Saiyan 4s just getting 170% across the board. It's going to be very interesting when Heroes comes to Dokkan very soon. And then he also gives Shadow Dragon Saga 3 key and 150% of stats, but that's a bummer. That, I mean, why didn't Shadow Dragon Saga get 170% as well? I mean, that's one of the smallest categories in the game. Shadow Dragon Saga, I believe, is smaller than Giant 8 Power. So Gogeta's super attack is the Big Bang Kamehameha, which greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and does immense damage to the enemy. Love that raising defense on super. His passive skill, Powered to Counteract Evil, gives him 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets 4 key and additional 40% attack and defense, and attacks super effective against all types for 8 turns from the start of turn. I mean, that is just, that's what makes him so dominant at free dupe right there. Just insane. And then he downgrades to a high chance of being super effective against all types starting from the 9th turn. So even in long events, he's still going to have that ability to do that. And then he also has a high chance of evading enemy super attack and countering with tremendous power. That, of course, is a 50% chance. That is a downgrade from what Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta used to have with a 70% chance. They have since amended Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's passive, and they changed the wording to now say great chance as well. So keep that in mind. Gogeta does have an active skill, Plus Energy Emission, which lowers all enemies' attack and defense by 40% for 1 turn. And then Gogeta gives himself a 40% attack and defensive buff for 1 turn. And you can activate that after Gogeta gets hit 4 times. Now, people, it's stunning to me how often people have this confused still. There's a lot of people out there who think that, like, Gogeta, like, dodging will actually activate that. It will not. If Gogeta dodges with Hidden Potential System, if he dodges with his super attack counter, any of that, it does not count. It's like Int Janemba. People have been saying that for years. Oh, Int Janemba, if he dodges it, still activates his passive. No, it doesn't. Gogeta has to get hit. Same thing with Jiren, same thing with Janemba. All those types of passives, Gogeta has to actually sustain damage. Like, that's not true, because you can technically take 0 damage. I've had it happen before, and that, I believe, would still activate like one of the hits, right? It's just about getting hit is what Gogeta has to have happen, right? So 4 times doesn't seem that bad. I mean, we were getting it pretty consistently throughout this video, so I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I like that Jiren has 5 and Gogeta, they're just like, yeah, we'll give him 4. I mean, 4, it's pretty realistic that you're going to take 4 hits turn 1 of Super Battle Road, right? Which is what I'm really thinking about. Or even like Battlefield, like turn 1 of Battlefield, you could take 4 hits. Easy A, you could take 4 hits. Like, that's definitely something that could happen. Gogeta's links are very good. Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Over in a Flash, GT, Fuse Fighter, and Fierce Battle. So, again, very, very good right there. 12 key multiplier, 150%, which is good. This is a unit I would have liked to have seen 160% on. They haven't done that in quite a long time, but that's okay. And then finally, our boy Gogeta is on several different category teams here. So for starters, he is on the Great Ape Power or the Giant Ape Power team. Not really that big, but we're about to see some nice additions to this team when Dragon Ball Heroes is going to come out, man. That's what's very exciting. Then, of course, Gogeta's also on the Fusion team. Fusion badly needed the upgrade. So between now, INT, Gotenks, and Ghost getting their Easy A, and then now this Gogeta, Fusion has a nice little stronger base to work with. Gogeta, of course, is also on the Shadow Dragon Saga team. Look how small this category still is. It's crazy, right? Like, oh, man. Hopefully, they got to continue to buff this team. Man, come on. We got to go back to GT for a while. GT, they just have gone away for so long from GT. Like, they got to give us GT units, man. They really do. Then Gogeta's also on the Kamehameha team. So here we go. Here's finally a big-time unit dropping. I mean, actually, Kamehameha has improved quite a bit recently without Realm of Gods getting those same buffs, right? Like LR Goku and Vegeta, LR Bootank, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, all added to Kamehameha, and none of those units are on the Realm of Gods team, right? So there we go. Pretty good for Kamehameha. Obviously, Gogeta, Fuse Fighter, Over in a Flash, Shocking Speed. It'll be very easy to find spots for him on the Kamehameha team. And then finally, of course, he is also on the Final Trump Card team. Another one of these ridiculous, awesome teams right here. A lot of options. Even being able to share Fuse Fighter with like some of these merged Zamasus and stuff like that. So I don't know. Gogeta definitely has a lot of places to use. Now, real quick, I do just want to show the categories here. So Great Ape Power is right here. Of course, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and then the pseudo Super Saiyan 4 category right here. I have 31 units, but that includes these 3 Gogetas down here. So there's 28 units I have on the Great Ape Power category team, okay? And then, of course, we also have Shadow Dragon Saga, which is definitely a little bit smaller, because here I have, take away the 3, they're at 21 units. But, like, you combine both of these categories, and it's like, the team, it's not that, like, whoa, or anything, right? Like, the hero stuff definitely could give this a lot of buffs. I do think, again, Kid Goku, Great Ape could get a Dokkan Fest. I do think Great Ape Vegeta could also get a Dokkan Festival exclusive at some point. Like, there's definitely some units. I mean, we could see, like, an LR version of Wrathful Broly from the Dragon Ball Super movie. Like, there's definitely a couple of different things we could see that would be monster buffs to this category team. But then, obviously, like, once we start getting into Dragon Ball Heroes, I mean, we're talking about Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, Super Saiyan 4 Broly, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, Kaioken, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s, Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, Full Power Super Saiyan 4s. Like, there's just, like, it's insane what heroes would be able to add to this category. So, we'll see. Let me know what you guys think of this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, though. I think he's amazing. He's one of the best units in the game at free dupe, that's for sure. That counter is not activating as much as I would like, though. I might, at the end of this, I think I do like Gohan better. It's just like, that guard, I'm sorry. The guard for me, just being, like, he's like the best defense unit in the game or something. Like, he's right there. Like, that, to me, I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Gogeta, I don't really have anything negative to say about him, though. Except, I wish his super attack counter has a 70% chance. Oh! That's the only thing. So, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.